Hello students, welcome to Technology Studies, Food and Textile Studies for Grade 8. Today we will have a look at Unit 3, which is about the principles and methods of food preparation. The third lesson is on recipe modification. This video will help you to modify the ingredients in a recipe and apply the dietary guidelines. Let us now learn more about recipe modification. When changes are made to a recipe to make it healthier, this is known as recipe modification. What are the aims of recipe modification? First, to reduce salt. Second, to reduce fat. Third, to reduce sugar. And fourth, to increase dietary fiber. How can you make recipes healthier? Well, one way of doing this is when specific ingredients in recipes can be replaced by healthier options. Let us now look at some examples. How to reduce salt in recipes. When a recipe calls for salt, use or opt for less salt. For example, if you need to use 1 teaspoon of salt, use half teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now let us look at how to reduce fat in recipes. If you need to use full cream milk in a recipe which contains about 3% fat, you can use semi-skim milk instead, as it contains only about 1.5% fat. Or you can opt for skim milk, as it contains only about 0.1% fat. Another way of reducing fat in recipes, if you need to use cheese, you can opt for reduced fat cheese. Another way of reducing fat in recipes, if you need margarine, use reduced fat margarine instead. If you need to use cream, use reduced fat cream or opt for yogurt, which has a much lower fat content. Now we are going to look at how to reduce sugar in recipes. If you need 4 teaspoons of sugar, use 3/4 the quantity, that is 3 teaspoons, or half the quantity, that is 2 teaspoons of sugar. Another way of reducing sugar in recipes, instead of canned fruit in syrup, use fresh fruits. Finally, we are going to see how to increase dietary fiber in recipes. If you need white flour, use half the quantity of white flour and half the quantity of wholemeal flour instead. There are also some healthy tips during food preparation and cooking. When you are preparing canned peas and canned beans, you can rinse them to reduce salt. When you are preparing fruits and vegetables, you can leave skins on these fruits and vegetables. This will allow you to retain a maximum amount of dietary fiber. When cooking, you can use non-stick pans to reduce fat, as less oil is required for cooking. When cooking, you can opt to boil, steam, grill, or bake foods, as these methods of cooking require less fat or no fat at all for cooking. For example, we are going to look at potatoes. Potatoes can be boiled, steamed, grilled, and even baked to reduce the fat content. At the end of this video, you have learned that recipes can be modified to make healthy foods. Modifications help to reduce salt, reduce fat, reduce sugar, and increase dietary fiber. Changes can be made in a recipe, in the list of ingredients, during food preparation, and in the method of cooking. These enable you to apply the dietary guidelines. Now that you know how to modify a recipe to make it healthier, you can give it a try. Well, we have now reached the end of this video. Thank you for your attention.